Welcome to this Moneycontrol live stream. You're watching Midday Market Mood Check with me, Nandita, Khemka, and my colleague Yatin, Mota. Yatin, what we are seeing on the last 3 days is consolidation
Yes.
around that 19,700 level. Even though the Nifty is attempting to reclaim that mark, but it's failing to do so just yet. We opened above that mark, but we've kind of, looked at consolidation below that mark as of now. If you look at the broader end of the markets, they have managed to come back into the green. So both the mid and small cap indices are trading with gains. If you look at the sectoral movers, autos, I think that is one pack that is doing extremely well. 1% or thereabouts gain coming in on that index. Metals and pharma are also doing extremely well. It's a results heavy day. You have the likes of Tata Motors, Bajaj, Auto, L&T, Asian Paints,
Yeah.
all of these companies reporting earnings. Of course, for L&T, of course, we'll also be watching out for the first ever share buyback that they will be considering today itself. So that's one thing that we'll be watching out for. On the gaining front, Tata Steel, that stock is up 3.5%, given the fact that, it has managed to beat expectations, even though profits have slumped over 90%. The expectations are pretty low, somewhere around 162 crore rupees profit or thereabouts, but it has come in above 500 crore rupees, and that's something that is driving the stock higher. India business is doing extremely well, but European operations continue to be under pressure for that company. Aside of that, other gainers include JSW Steel, NTPC, Hindalco, Tata Motors, of course, ahead of numbers. On the losing front, Yatin, I want to talk to you about ITC. Ever since the board nod for the demerger of the hotels business, we've seen the stock plummet over 6% or so. Given the fact that today was as well, we are seeing a 3% slump coming in on ITC. What's really causing this fall on the stock?
So, if you look at ITC, clearly the hotel business demerger, the probable outcome would have been that it would have been a 1:1 kind of a demerger, like what happened with Geo Financial
Hmm.
Services. But yesterday, the company came out with, in principle, not to demerge the hotels business, but 40% stake will remain with ITC,
Yeah.
and the balance 60% would go to the existing shareholders, which means that it is not a 1:1 demerger, but it is probably a demerger wherein the hotels business becomes an associate of ITC, and there will be a holdco discount because
Okay.
ITC will be still holding
Hmm.
the bulk number of shares. Probably, the structure or the kind of anticipation the market had was not into the price. And if you look at the SOTP valuation, Nandita, the brokerages estimate anywhere between 15 to 20 rupees per share value for ITC hotels, and the
Yeah.
shares had run up by nearly 100
Yeah.
rupees. So the kind of frenzy that was in the market, probably markets realized the reality, and probably there is some profit taking in the stock of ITC for the same reason. Yesterday
Right.
also the stock was down 4-5%.
Yeah. After
Today is
the
also
announcement.
down by about 2-3%. So yes, a weakness in for ITC because it is probably something buy on rumor, sell on news.
That's true. That's true. Let's talk about some other stocks. And Asian Paints ahead of numbers on the losing front. Britannia, Axis Bank, SBI, and L&T. ITC, of course, we've spoken about it. Tata Motors expected to report a strong first quarter, driven by JLR volumes and margins are expected to do extremely well. So that stock in focus. You have TVS Motor. That stock has surged over
Yeah.
5% after good numbers, margins above 10%. In fact, margins at record high for seventh straight quarter above 10%. Asian Paints net profit likely to rise 35% on a YY
Yeah.
basis. Volume growth, I think, is expected somewhere around 10 to 12%, so double digit. So that stock in focus. Let's talk about some of the mid caps. A lot
Yeah.
of earnings. Jyoti Labs, for instance, I think it
Correct.
was up 18%
It's
or
almost
thereabouts.
20% now,
Yeah.
and they have doubled their EBITDA, Nandita, for the quarter year on year. Very strong numbers, very good margin expansion. In fact, if I remember the numbers correctly, the margins last year were 10%, and they posted a margin figure of 17% for the quarter. So very strong numbers. Thermax also stock is
Yeah.
up 11% after earnings. And what's bouncing back in trade is Adani Green stock is up 6%. Ajanta Pharma stock is up 6%. What's not doing well is the likes of Olectra, Canfin Homes,
Yeah.
because there's some executives which quit Canfin Homes. That stock is down 6%. DCM Shriram, after a weak set of numbers, and Mahindra Logistics, they posted a loss for the quarter. Both of these stocks are down nearly 6% each. What also doing well is SJVN. They've been awarded a 5,000 megawatt power project in the state of Arunachal Pradesh. Post that disclosure, the stock is moving higher. JK Paper, after good quarterly earnings, wherein profits grew by nearly 15 to 20%, stock is up 5%. Also, Zensar Technologies, JBM Auto, Alchem, Tata Steel, KPIT Technologies, these are all result reactions.
Yeah.
Results have come in or have been trickling in. So all of these stocks are again doing well on the back of news flows and results. Continued reaction.
Yeah, continued reaction. And of course, by the time we come back for closing, some of the numbers would have come out. So we'll have a lot to talk about in
Yeah.
the closing show as well. But aside of that, I think another cue to watch out for will be the FOMC meeting. Of course, it kicks off tonight, and we will get to know the decision only later tomorrow night. So we'll be reacting to it on Thursday morning. And tomorrow, of course, will be another result heavy day given the
Yeah.
fact that there are seven Nifty companies to report earnings. Dr. Reddy's, Cipla, and a lot of other counters. I'll have to go through the list. But there are seven Nifty earnings tomorrow. So lots to digest in this earnings heavy week. But of course, join us at 3:30 p.m. as we take you through the market close, as well as some of the earnings that would have come out by then. But for now, it's a goodbye from Yatin and me. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned to Moneycontrol for all your other news and financial updates.